everybody, welcome back to Bloodborne, the board game, and we're up to chapter 2 of the Long Hunt, and you'll notice that obviously there is more than just the central lamp tiled down. This is because there is some very specific setup for chapter 2, which I've done in advance because I knew that you had to do it, so it's done, and the enemies are already on, etc. as well. But here's the basic setup for chapter 2, which I hope is in focus. It's having trouble, but it might be. And it says you have to use Long Hunt, as in the chapter, and then special rule card 17. And then we have our objectives here, which will again hopefully come into frame. Start the hunt, reveal card 18, end a move in Iosefka's clinic, reveal card 24, end a move on Oedon Chapel, reveal card 29, end a move on the Great Bridge, reveal card 35. So we'll read card 18 in a second, but that is the criteria for chapter 2 of the Long Hunt. Card 17 is literally just the special rules for the game, which is the graveyard has to be adjacent to where you start, so it is, it's on the right, and then you put one neutral tile with at least 2 exits between the central lamp and the Tomb of Oedon, which is what we've also done, and it's as far from the graveyard as possible. You still randomise the rest of the tiles the game tells you to use, which I've done. So that is that done as well. If you didn't see the first part, our Burial Blade Hunter is very aggro based, going for full aggression because he's going to be slower than anyone else. He attacks, he's got a Bloodstone Shard on his weapon now. We've got the Hand Lantern, we've got the Claw Mark, Carl Rune, we've got an Antidote, and we've got Carl Rune Blood Rapture. We also have in reserve Blood Rune Moon. Sorry, Carl Rune Moon. That's very hard to say. So we need to read card, what was it? Start of the hunt, reveal card 18. So let's do that real quick and then I'll draw my first hand and we can just get started. Card 18. So this is our main mission. Oh, in terms of side missions that we finished in chapter 1, we did On the Hunt, Surviving the Night, and Merciless Conviction. Source of the Scourge. We've taken the first steps towards cleansing Central Yharnam of the Scourge infestation, but our efforts have not gone unnoticed. The beasts have fled deeper into the district, and some seek to avoid us. Perhaps some bait can be used to lure them out. During their turn, hunters may discard one consumable, so our antidote is a consumable, to spawn one Scourge Beast in their space. Every time you slay a Scourge Beast, gain a corpse token. Hunters may discard held tokens while in the graveyard, so all the way over there on the right, placing them on this card. When this card has number of hunters plus 1, so 2, tokens on it, reveal card 19. So we need to spawn 2 Scourge Beasts and then take their corpses to the graveyard for the main mission. But obviously there's side missions we want to do as well. And because we've started with a consumable from chapter 1, we can actually immediately summon one, although we don't want to do it right now because enemies are about to invade our tile. But I'll get this out of the way, we'll move the camera in a little bit and get started. Alright, so I've moved the camera in a bit closer. I've got my attacks here just to show you. We're starting in Scythe form. The the Bloodstone Shard is on one of the 2 Arcane Cleaves, so it's currently doing 4 damage base. We can use cards to get that up to 5, which is pretty spectacular damage. Although obviously we are so slow, everyone is basically going to get a chance to hit us first. Initial hand is a basic dodge, and an Indomitable. Draw 1, cannot suffer, frenzy, poison, stagger, stun. Which I realised was not in focus. That's the problem with zooming in on this camera. I forget that the focus goes weird as a result. Now, as I was saying, we don't want to immediately spawn a Scourge Beast because at the end of my turn, because the tiles adjacent have enemies in them, they're going to invade my tile. So we're going to go exploring. Plus I want to do side quests, I don't want to just rush the main mission. So we're going to explore down the way towards you. I'm going to get rid of one of the dodge cards to make that happen, to move 2. I'm going to draw a tile. And it's Oedon Chapel, which I guess we'll put this way so we can go left or right to try and not use up too much space. So that was just one move into Oedon Chapel, but that immediately means we do card 29. Now when we were playing this online, we brought survivors to Oedon Chapel. And if you played the video game, you'll know that that's a good idea if you want them to live. I might not do that this time, depending on how things shake out, just to see the alternative way this can happen. Is that in focus? Yep. Insight mission, Oedon Chapel. As you approach the old chapel, the smell of warding incense fills your nose. You cautiously press on through the large wooden doors. If you have Moment of Mercy, reveal card 13, otherwise reveal card 33. Moment of Mercy is what we would have had we let the little girl live. So that's, I'm not going to show you what happens, but that's an alternative way this plays out. However, we had Merciless Conviction, we struck her down, so we reveal card 33. That's very high. Okay, 33. There's 33. Insight mission. Shelter at Oedon Chapel. From the darkened corner of the chapel, a hunched-and-robed figure addresses you. Ah, Hunter, are you? Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. If you spot anyone with their wits about them, bring them to this here Oedon Chapel. They'll be safe here. Hunters also gain the 1 survivor token when they pick up consumables from item spaces. So, for instance, there's one there, and there's one in the Tomb of Oedon as well. So, if we interact with one of those to pick up a consumable, we also find a survivor. Hunters, if they die or teleport to the dream, the civilian is left, but we move them to Oedon Chapel. If 2 are moved to the Oedon Chapel, we reveal card 34, which will be... Oh, that went out of focus again, didn't it? I do apologise. But, ideally, just so I see things play out differently to how I've done this previously, I'd like to find Iosefka's Clinic. Now, that was only 1 move as well, so we do have 1 more move for the card I spent. So we're going to move here. I'm going to put this insight mission to one side for now. It's active, we can do it. I think I'm going to spawn the Scourge Beast, because their attacks are slower because of the buff for me that exists in Oedon Chapel, and we're more than 1 tile away so that other enemies will not follow us. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of my antidote to spawn a Scourge Beast. And we're just going to plop it right on our square, and we're going to attack it and try and kill it. It's only got 4 health, so we're just going to I guess I'll put Indomitable on it, but the Bloodstone Shard is on this, so it's already doing 4 damage. Let's see what he's doing. He is doing a basic attack, which is a super quick speed 2. I do have a dodge card, but I can't dodge at that speed, so he is going to hit me for 2 damage, and then I hit him for 4 and kill him. So I don't know if there's an actual corpse token in the game. Also, yes, we took 2 damage. Stab, stab. We get 1 blood echo for killing him, presumably. I'll take a quick look and see if there is any corpse tokens. And we have 1 card left over, which I think we're going to save for next turn. I'm not sure if these are meant to be used as corpse tokens, but they're like it's a screenshot from the video game of a corpse with an item on it. So I'm going to use that and just keep it next to my board that you can't quite see off camera, where this should be sitting like this, but I have it kind of in range so you can see the attacks I'm doing. And I've actually changed my mind, I'm not ending my turn yet. I am going to discard this last card to move 2 again to explore to the right. So I'm going to need to move these item decks out of the way, because this can be a long, in terms of like large play area, this one, because of the pre-setup as well. So we're going to go to the right. And we've actually found, I swear to you, I shuffled these, I did not know this. We have found Iosefka's Clinic. During their turn, the hunter may suffer 1 to draw a card on this tile. So Iosefka's Clinic, there's no way for it to add on to the graveyard because of where the doors are. So that door in the graveyard is just going to have to be a dead end. As far as I'm aware, that's how you do that, because there's only 1 way into our clinic. So we move in 1, we still have 1 movement. For ending a turn here, we draw card 24. Or sorry, for moving into it, we draw card 24. Card 24. Nice woman, Iosefka. Definitely not a mushroomly alien. Iosefka's research. A soft voice addresses you. A hunter, I'm terribly sorry, but you may not enter. I'm Iosefka. This is my clinic, and I cannot allow any chance of infection within. But I might be able to aid you. I'm working on a cure for this terrible plague, but I require blood samples from the freshly infected. Will you assist me? Slay a hunter's mob or a hunter's minion, both of which are existing on the map already, while it's on the clinic tile, though. That's the hard part. Reveal card 25 if you do it. So that's another potential insight mission active for the mission, for the chapter. We have to end our turn, so the turn timer is going to go up 1. They're not going to pursue us because they're too far away. There's no enemy here, right? No. And we can't kill a Scourge Beast there to get the mission done. I was just thinking like the easiest way to lure. I think we're going to have to do some more exploring, which means I'm going to have to move my board down to here. And as a result, we're going to pull back the camera a little bit more. And I'm going to draw a new hand because it's round 2. 1, 2, 3. We got ourselves Swift, +1 damage, +1 speed, a basic +1 damage, and then a dodge with a heal. So, we're going to discard the basic +1 damage to move 2. So we go 1, 2, and then we're going to immediately... we're going to get rid of the dodge with the heal, unfortunately, to move 2 again, because I want to explore this tile here. Ransacked house, that wasn't specific, no, that's not specific to the mission. It is another dead end with one way in, so unfortunately that means that's going to also cut off that door. Again, I think that's just, you have to accept it, that's how it works. There is enemies in here. There is a hunted mob, a freshly painted one, I literally just finished this, and another, a Scourge Beast, a natural spawn Scourge Beast, that's perfect. So we're actually there, but we have 1 movement left, and I have 1 attack. I could draw one of them over, and then the other one's going to attack me pretty much regardless. Who's less likely to kill me? The hunter's mob could kill me. No, they couldn't, because I'd be faster than them. The Scourge Beast won't kill me. Also, there is 2 items, but I'll look out item markers for this in a second. So we're going to engage. We're going to engage the hunter's mob. And because we're in scythe form, we can pull them into our square before... Oh no, but if I kill them, I can't lure them to Iosefka's clinic. I didn't think that through. The Scourge Beast can die here, but the hunter's mob could kill me. Oh, sorry, also I just realised because of Blood Rune Rapture, when we killed the other Scourge Beast, I actually healed one of the damage that he did, and I should have drawn one, but too late for that now. I am going to put the 1 health back though, because that actually means that the hunter's mob can't kill us. The most they can do is 4 damage. Alright, I'll kill the Scourge Beast. I'll pull him in, because he would pursue me by 2 anyway, so he would catch me. And we shall try and do an Arcane Cleave at speed 2, because it's got speed +1, because I'm using a Swift card, which you can hopefully, can just about trust that that's what I'm doing. They are doing a basic. I'm going to stop them... Oh, I forgot I'm not using my basic pistol, so I can't stop them doing that. Alright, well they're going to hit me for 2, but I heal 1 because I kill him, so I'm only going to take 1 off. They die, and that gives us another corpse token, so I can take those to the graveyard and be done with that mission. Not yet, but eventually. And I do get to draw 1, because I killed as well, so we might not end our turn just yet. +1 damage on kill, draw 1, heal 1. I'm going to discard it to move 2. I have to, because we can't kill him here. We're going to move 1, 2, because we want him to follow us to Iosefka's clinic. So my turn is going to end there. He's going to pursue for 1 and go there. I'm going to move the turn timer up, and then I'm going to think what we're going to do, because my weapon is almost filled. Right, so I've thought about it, and unfortunately, because I want that hunter's mob to follow me to the clinic, I kind of have to burn a couple of turns, and that sucks. Especially because it means I'm not going to be able to get into the ransacked house to loot, which I've forgotten to put down again, but still, we're going to draw 3 cards, and it's a basic, 2 basic attacks and a draw 1. We'll discard one of the basic attacks to transform my weapon. Not particularly that fussed about it being in sword form, but I need to clear the board, and we're going to put the bloodstones for the +1 damage on the quick cut, so it's actually doing 2 damage base, which might be helpful. And then we have to end our turn, because I need it to follow. I need the hunter's mob to follow, so I'm going to end my turn. They move 1, which is fine, and then they're going to move... No, but that's not good enough, because then they're going to respawn. Like if I... This is the end of turn, so the turn timer is going to move up. Then I move, they move, and they only move 1. Oh, but then I can drag them in. No, it's perfect. Okay, we have exactly enough time before a reset. Exactly enough. So the turn has ended, they chased me, I draw one more card. We're one away from the next respawn point. I'm going to discard the draw one that I just picked up to move one. No, that's not good enough because they're about to reset. And they only move one, right? Wait, no, hang on. Because I was on the tile next to them and I moved away, they would instantly follow, right? And then at the end of the turn, they follow again. That's how it works. So actually, they would have been one ahead, but still. I moved off, they follow instantly because they're adjacent, I think. You know, even if that's not how it is, I think we're going to play it that way. I think I forgot to make them pursue as soon as I leave the tile, if they're alive. I'm fairly certain. You know, I'm going to double check. Yep, page 14 of the rulebook, I was doing that wrong. If after a move action, not a turn, you exit a tile or a square, so if an enemy is in the same tile, in the same space as you, they would pursue. If they're in a tile and you leave that tile, they also get a free pursue, and then when it's their turn, if you still can't be reached, they do the move as well to pursue then. So I am now doing this right. I did it wrong at first over there, which probably cost me a turn. Too late to go back, but that has now been done correctly because I left the tile so they would pursue, and now I'm dragging them through the door to kill them, hopefully. Well, I say that, they've got 4 health. I'll discard the basic to transform back to Scythe in order to... Sorry, I'll discard this basic because I don't need to do 5 damage. And that way, when we flip this over to Scythe's side and put that on Arcane Cleave again, I'll play this. It's already doing 4 damage, so it's going to kill him, and that way I get to draw 1 as well. Which is after attack heal 2. Where were you earlier? So I'm going to drag him in with my Scythe, which is the other reason we needed to transform. We know they're not doing a basic. Oh wait, there's 3 basics. Okay, 3 basics. So their basic is a speed 2, 2 damage. Can't do anything about that, so we take our 2 damage, leaving us with 2 health. But, more importantly, they take 4 and are extinguished. So we're going to get another Blood Echo for that, putting us at 3 now. We have 2 corpses. And more importantly, we did slay a hunter's mob on Iosefka's clinic tile, so we display card 25. 25. I hope the time I cost myself by forgetting that they pursue when you leave the tile, even if it's not their monster turn yet, doesn't cost me. Because it might. You knock on the heavy wooden door. After a moment you hear Iosefka. You brought me a sample, immensely useful. Perhaps you can be of further use. I require a still warm blood of one of those beasts. Oh, I've already done this. Lure one here, strike it down, and I'll handle the rest. As you leave, you can't help but feel an underlying ruthlessness has replaced the compassion in her tone. Complete this mission by slaying a scourge beast whilst on Iosefka's clinic tile to reveal card 26. Unfortunately, I have no consumables to get rid of to instantly spawn one. We did heal one for killing there, but it's not going to matter because I'm going to get rid of my last card for this turn because we're about to hit a respawn point anyway to go back to the Hunter's Dream and do some upgrading. So we're back from the Hunter's Dream and I have spent our 3 Blood Echoes. I bought Quick Change. It's a dodge but you can transform for free. Defensive for blocking 2 damage. And then Cheap Shot, which is a stagger, which isn't great for us. But if an enemy in your space uses an ability, discard from hand to deal them 2 damage. Which I thought was pretty good. So I'm going to quickly shuffle these. As you can see, there's been a full respawn, so all basic enemies are back. Our goal though, I think we're going to go to the clinic. No, let's just dump the corpses at the graveyard for now, I think, and get it done. It doesn't immediately end the chapter. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I just realised as well, if Iosefka ever asks us for saving people, we actually can't, because any civilians we find is immediately get discarded and put on the Oedon Chapel card once we move there. So either way, we have to draw 3 from our hand. 1, 2, 3. We're back to full health because we went to the dream. We got basic +1, basic draw 1, and then the block 2 we just got. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of the basic draw 1 to move 2, and we're going to move doop doop into the graveyard. Now we're not going to actually, oops, sorry, I hit the camera there. Let's see. I think if we discard the held tokens, it's going to despawn the minion that's there and spawn another thing. So let's see what happens, I guess. We're going to discard the 2 corpses we have. And then we reveal card 19. 19, there we go. Now that we have suitable bait, setting a trap for the instinctive beasts will be easy enough. As we prepare, we should also investigate the havens across the district, where the common folk gather during nights of the hunt to see if, how far the infection is spread through central yharnam. When the hunters have collected at least 2 insight, reveal card 20. Okay, so we're now set up for the finale on the main mission of hunting the Scourge. But we need to do 2 insight missions. We know of 2 currently. If we can find the Great Bridge, we'll get another one, assuming we find it. But right now we've got a very large, nasty man with 5 HP, who we're going to murder with a basic +1 on a 4 damage slot thanks to our Bloodstone rune. And we're going to smack him. And he's going to do... oh, I just lifted that from the wrong pile. That's why it was backwards. He's doing his special action, which is his super slow overhead slam. Let's see here. Cannot be staggered, deals 2 damage to any other hunters in the space. Well, we're solo, so that doesn't matter. So it's just slow speed 4 damage. We're going to play this on a quicker slot to block 2, which means he's doing 2 damage to us. We kill him, so we heal 1, so we actually take 1 damage all said and done. We gain a blood echo, and he is gone. Now, unfortunately, I had to spend my last card there, which means I can't loot this turn, or move, or anything else for that matter. So we have to end our turn there. And the turn timer is going to move up 1 more. We're just going to jump straight into another turn, because we need to get insight quickly. +1 damage, damage +1 on kill, draw 1, heal 1, and heal 1 on a dodge. Okay, we'll get rid of our basic +1 to pick up the consumable that's on that tile, which means we find a civilian as well. So I've got a civilian token here, I'm just going to put it on my card just out of sight. We draw a consumable, which is fire paper on attack +1 damage. Okay, not bad. And then, let's see, if I discard both other cards, we can get to the chapel. My turn will end. He'll get into the chapel, he won't, because they pursue 2. And in the chapel he's weak. Not a bad idea. Yeah, you know what, let's do that. I'm going to discard the other 2 cards I have this turn to move 4. 1, 2, 1. That's good enough. Well, yeah, that is good enough. So we end our turn. That civilian we rescued immediately goes on the insight card for shelter at Oedon Chapel, so we just need to save 1 more, i.e. we need to loot 1 more. My turn is ending, so he is pursuing 1. He is pursuing 2, so he's adjacent, but he's not in the same square, so he's not going to attack this turn. Yeah, that was a quick turn. Alright, we move the turn timer up 1 more. We start again. I totally forgot I don't just heal 1 when I kill something, I also draw 1, so again I'm doing myself out of extra actions here that I really should be paying more attention to. But a new hand, a draw with the transform that we just bought, attack +1, heal 2, and then attack faster 1 and damage 1. So I've also worked out that, let's see, let's assume the Scourge Beast is going to be faster than me regardless, so let's get rid of the Swift to move 2. I've left the tile, so he pursues 1, 2, and now we can do Iosefka's mission, and we're going to try and kill him by doing an Arcane Cleave, which does enough damage, so it's just whether or not he kills us. He does his ability, which is flip another enemy action. It does +1 blood and stagger, so he's doing special, which unfortunately means he is doing 3 damage at speed 2, and I can't dodge because my weapon is full. So we do not kill him, and he's doing +1 damage. He did 3 damage, leaving us on 2 damage. Ugh, that's tough. We're probably gonna die, is the thing. Because if I have to spend to clear my weapon, which means I don't have a dodge for what he's about to do. And it could be anything, and I can't stun him. Yeah, there's no avoiding it. I'll transform the weapon on the off chance, but I think it's literally impossible to survive him currently. In fact, it is literally impossible, so I'm not sure why I'm doing this. We're about to die, but whatever, let's just bung that there. I have to shuffle the monster actions real quick, because that's the whole set of them done. We're going to lose one blood echo, suffer a first death. Now on the plus side, it's not a respawn point, and we can immediately teleport back to Iosefka's clinic, because there's a lamp there. So he's still going to die. It's just very unfortunate that we happen to draw that combination of cards right then, because it wastes our time and we're running out of it. He's doing a basic attack, which is speed 3, 2 damage, so yeah, he hits us, he kills us, blood echo goes away, we go away to the dream, our turn ends. I'm going to come back in scythe form, so again it was pointless doing that, but let me just quickly shuffle up my deck, but we're going to teleport back right there. Now that might actually be a blessing in disguise, and I know what you're thinking, but there's a respawn after this turn, like it just moved up one. Next turn there's a respawn point, which means the consumables come back, so we can actually use the graveyard lootable again to take them to Oedon Chapel and finish that one off. So we teleported back to Iosefka's clinic, we got +1 damage, stagger, and a dodge, which is actually perfect. So we're going to try and kill him first of all by doing a 5 damage basic attack, because nuts to him. And we have a dodge and a stagger if we need it. He is doing his basic, which is speed 3 rather, so we can't dodge. So we'll just take the 2 damage rather. We kill him, so we're drawing 1 and healing 1. So he actually only does 1 damage to us, which is fine. And he died on Iosefka's clinic space, which means that we do insight card 26. 26, there it is. Still a lot of cards left over, although that includes chapter 3. Hey, we finished it. Iosefka's research. Distribute 1 consumable and Iosefka's blood vial reward among the hunters. Iosefka's has researched the effects of the beast plague. Invaluable. I'm reading this from a distance. Invaluable information that we can put to use. More so, she has synthesized her own form of refined healing blood. She could prove to be quite useful in the hunts to come, or she could turn into a mushroom, whatever. So, we get 1 consumable card. A blood vial. Heal 2. That's pretty good. And then we also get Iosefka's blood vial. Hunter turn, heal 2. But that's a hunter. That's a hunter item. Oh no, we only have 1 hunter item. We have the hand lantern, so that's our second then. So that's good. And our turn doesn't need to be over. We're about to hit a respawn point. We need to loot. I'm just trying to work out if we could move for 2, we could kill them. We could move for 2 and then they would immediately respawn on us and murder us. Honestly, I might as well go back to the dream and spend 1 upgrade. I don't have enough cards or space to attack to move over here, kill him, move here, loot, and then get away before they immediately respawn and murder me. Yeah, we're going to go back to the dream. I'm just going to do whatever. We're going to go back to the dream. We're going to end up back here though. The turn timer is going to move on 1, so that is the second full respawn of the map as well. Let me just take a second to think what I want to spend 1 blood vial on. Blood echo rather. Alright, so we are back. Doomed, as they say. A respawn has happened. I purchased Second Wind and got rid of a basic withdraw 1, so now instead when used for a non-attack action, i.e. moving, presumably, you heal 2, because how else could you do it? As a non-attack action. So let me just shuffle my deck here. Our goal is simple. We're going back into the graveyard. We're going to kill that minion again just to get rid of him. And we're going to loot and then hopefully get back to Oedon Chapel. And that's the plan, because then we'll finish our other insight mission and we can trigger the finale of the chapter, which is not going to be pleasant, because I remember what it is from when we played this online with some friends. So we got a block 2, we got a basic +1 damage, and we got a dodge with a clear slot. Because of the Bloodstone no, we need the +1 damage to kill him. Would a dodge be better? Yes, because I've got him on the side where he's only slow attacks, so therefore we'll get rid of the defensive block +2 to move into his square. Hello good sir, it's me, I'm back again. I'm going to murder you for 5 damage on a cleave with the Bloodstone Shard plus the basic +1 damage. He is doing his ability, which is Hunter must discard one card or their attack suffers -2 speed and they cannot dodge, flip another enemy action. I'll just take the hit. The most damage you can do is 4. He's doing a basic action. He hits us for 4. 3 with his basic action. 3, but we heal 1 on kill, so he hits us for 2. And that's good enough. I don't need to burn a heal right now. And we draw 1 as well. I remembered finally. We have drawn speed +1, damage +1. So he's dead. We get a blood echo. Not that it probably matters at this point. More importantly though, we're going to discard to loot. And then discard to move. That's how we're doing this. So we've looted a Hunter turn move 2, that is serendipitous because I don't have enough to get to the chapel. So we looted and we find a civilian by looting as per Hunt's insight mission, shelter at the chapel. Then I moved 2, we couldn't get in there. I'm going to immediately discard the blue elixir so that we can just go plop. We drop off the second civilian, that's obviously burned instantly, but we have dropped off number of hunters +1, so we have to reveal card 34. And I think this is the conclusion to this. 34, that's quite far up. 34, there we go. The shelter at Iosefka's clinic insight mission may no longer be completed. We didn't have the shelter at her mission, we just had the research. I hope I pulled the right card. But we couldn't actually have done it anyway because it doesn't say you may drop off civilians if you stop here, it says you must. So we couldn't get to Iosefka's clinic to do it anyway because you can't teleport with civvies. So just because of the way it worked out, we wouldn't have been able to do it regardless. We get Carl Rune Oedon Wreath, and that's it. Oedon Chapel with the warding incense offers protection to all during those nights of the hunt. So I accidentally did it the same way we did online. But that is our second insight mission done, and we get Carl Rune. Let's see, Carl Rune Oedon Wreath. Let's see what that does. Carl Rune, there it is. On attack, attack gains stagger and may stagger attacks of the same speed. Huh. So if we got rid of the claw mark rune, we would no longer do +1 damage plus stagger, but this would let us stagger at the same speed instead of having to be faster. So yeah, we're going to turn off the claw mark, that's going to go into the pile with the moon rune, and we're going to have this active so I can potentially stagger at the same speed because obviously we're super slow. We have no other cards left, so we just have to end our turn right there. I am first going to use, well no, because that would cause enemies to chase me. I was going to say teleport back to the central lamp. Is that worth it? No, I don't think it is. So beginning of a new turn, the next respawn point is in 3 turns time. We have ourselves dodge plus free transform, attack, after attack heal 2, on kill draw 1, heal 1. We're not going to be fighting, so we'll just get rid of a dodge to move 2. And go 1, 2, that's not good enough. So we will get rid of the on kill, draw 1, heal 1, because we're not killing anything. And we're going to move into the graveyard, and I believe, because of the 2 insight, we now have to draw a card. Where did I put that one? Oh, there we were. Card 20. There we are. I lost it. Okay. Source of the Scourge. From deep within the district, a piercing screech rends the night air. This is not the familiar roller of a scourge beast. With a loud crash, a monstrous figure lands upon our corpse-laden trap. Surround the graveyard with fog tiles. Spawn the cleric beast on the space that's there. It says on the lamp space, but there's no lamp space on the graveyard, so that seems wrong. It respawns there on a respawn point. When the cleric beast enters phase 2, reveal cards 21 and 22. Alright, well, that's scary. Now let's introduce ourselves to the cleric beast. So the cleric beast is up there in the top right corner. We have his stat card here, or her, I'm not sure. In phase 1, 10 HP to get through, and we're 3 turns away from a full heal. And then in phase 2 it's got 8 health. So we have to rush it down. They've got their own AI deck, so we don't draw from the generic AI deck. We have one card left, and there's no harm in trying to kill it. So we're going to try and do 4 damage. And after the attack, regardless, we heal 2, because we're rallying with it. So let's see what happens. They are doing Speed 3, Grab plus Stagger. The hunter may exhaust their firearm to place 1 insight token on the Cleric Beast card. This attack deals -1 damage per insight token on the Cleric Beast. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll get rid of my Ludwig's rifle. I don't have an insight token handy. Oh yes I do. I place an insight token on Cleric Beast's card. You can't see the card, but just trust me that it's there. We can't dodge it, so he staggers me, so I don't actually hurt him, but I presume we still get to heal, because it doesn't say if the attack is successful. So he's hitting for 2, because I put an insight token on him, and then we heal for 2. So he actually does no damage, but I do no damage to him. And unfortunately, my turn ends, and then he immediately attacks again. Wonderful. Lunging Swipe. 4 damage cannot be dodged. After this attack, move Cleric Beast 1 space away before the attack. The hunter may exhaust their firearm. Oh, okay. Well, we just take that. So that is, what was it, 4 damage? Well, no, 3 damage because he has 1 insight token on him. So we have 2 health left. And he moves 1 square away. So let me just come around here. He moves over here, which is actually beneficial to us when we have a scythe. So turn timer's going to move up 1. We have to draw a new hand. 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately we only have a /+2. We've got a +1 damage. When used on a non-attack action, heal 2. An enemy in your space uses an ability discard from hand. So we're going to discard that to transform weapon. And we're going to heal 2 from doing that. That puts us back at 4 health. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Unfortunately that means we can't drag him in now though. He's probably very quick. Let's try and be quicker. What could possibly go wrong? We need to follow him though. I have to try and do damage. We'll discard this to move into his space, and then we're going to do a 3 damage because of the Bloodstone Shard. Basic strike with our sword form, unfortunately, not scythe. And he is doing Speed 2, Overhead Slam, targets all hunters in the space. Before this you can exhaust your firearm to etc. So we hit him and he takes 3 damage, which I'm going to need to mark. It's 3 of his 10. So he's taken 3. And then he smacks us for 4 down to 3 because of the insight token we have on him. And then he's going to kill us. Almost certainly. Overhead Slam, does 3 damage, he kills us. So off we go. Back to here. He would presumably, well no, he'd probably stay there actually. And we move the turn timer up 1 more, which is not good. So in coming back from the dream, the turn timer obviously moves up 1. We're 1 away from a reset, so we have to do 7 damage this turn. Because we died and come back, I've put us back on scythe side. Our firearm has refreshed. We don't have a fantastic hand, unfortunately. So we'll use the basic to get back in there for 1, 2. Thankfully, because we're in scythe form, we can drag him towards us. And we're going to go all out. Let's see, the most I can do is 4, 5, 6. I can do 6 of the 7, that's not good enough. Is there any way to eke out 1 more damage? No, so we're going to have to live long enough to do 2 turns, so I can't dodge. Alright, well, we'll initiate. We're going to use our fire paper up. This is going to be complicated. So we're doing base 3 damage. That makes it 4. This makes it 5. This makes it 6, plus we heal 2 afterwards, so that's 6. We pull him in, actually. Forgot that part. We pull him because we're in scythe form. And then I'm going to use the rifle to do 2 damage to him instantly because it refreshed because we died. So he's actually already dead as long as this attack goes off. If this attack doesn't go off, I don't think there's any chance of us winning, unfortunately. Although we can dodge. Let's see what he's doing. Recovery. Remove all insight tokens on Cleric Beast. Block 2 damage from the attack. Block 2 from the hunter's attack. Shuffle this back into their deck. Okay, so he's healing 2 damage. So I'll just take that 2 damage right back off. Wonderful. I'm glad I didn't waste that last card now. So he's healing 2 damage, but we still hit him for 3, 4, 5, 6. We still hit him for 6. So I'll just get, let's see here, I need 2 more 3s. Actually, let's just go for a 5 and a 1. So, there we are. So he's got 1 health left, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, he's got 1 health left. We healed for 2 off of that. Anyway, he didn't hit us because he just rallied. I'm going to use this card to initiate a speed 2 slash and try and kill him. Or not kill him, get him down a phase, because otherwise he's going to go back to full health. He's doing a grab at speed 3. The hunters may exhaust their firearm. I can't do that. Oh, that's so frustrating. Is there any way for me to get out of this? There isn't. He's immediately going to go back to full health. Yep, I can't use the blood vial. That doesn't help. Hand lantern doesn't help. The rune doesn't help because you have to be the same speed, not faster or slower rather. Yep. Okay. Well, he staggers us, so our attack doesn't go through. Hits for 3. We live, but we hit a respawn point, so he immediately goes back to full health. And we're basically boned when timing wise now, because there's another reset point in 3 turns, and that's also the last turn of the game. So we'll draw another hand. 1, 2, 3. Dodge, on kill, draw 1, heal 1, defensive. Not good enough, honestly. But hey, we'll start. So we'll try for 4 damage. He's back to full. So we'll try for a 4 damage attack. He's doing a lunge that can't be dodged. And he moves away afterwards. So that means our attack misses because he is faster than us. So he goes over here and we can no longer attack him. And he hits us for 4, but I can block 2. No, I can't because the weapon's full. Okay, so he actually just killed us. So the turn timer is going to move up 1 more again now, because we died, and we do not have enough turns literally to win the game anymore. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to say that I did get that 1 damage off just to see how the chapter plays out, but we have lost. I literally don't have enough time left to win, but we'll do a quick reset here and move on to the next card. So we're going to read cards 21 and 22 in that order. Apparently a new version of the rulebook is being worked on, I heard, which I have high hopes for. So card 21. The beast has become enraged, lashing out with deadly force. If we continue this fight here, the damage to the city would be extreme, something we cannot afford. We must lure this creature somewhere more isolated. Remove the fog gates, which I forgot to put on anyway. From the graveyard, remove all insight tokens. Complete the hunt when the Cleric beast enters the Tomb of Oedon, and reveal card 23 when you have done so. And card 22, the Cleric beast is invulnerable. It respawns at the graveyard space on a red marker, but that ends the game next time one of those is on anyway. At the end of each round, the Cleric beast makes 1 special bonus activation, moving towards and attacking the nearest hunter with the lowest HP. So, I don't even think we can still do it even with this slight fudging of the rules, honestly, because I'm here, the fog gate's lowered. If I move, he'll pursue 1 to here. If I move there, he'll pursue 1 to there. He'll get a free smack on me. I move there. If I live, no, he'll get a free smack. I'd have to live through 3 people or 3 free attacks. If I do that, then it's possible. If otherwise, we're just done, unfortunately. To follow the last hurdle hurts, because what you're supposed to do, if you aren't aware, if you fail a chapter, you go back to chapter 1. You don't restart the chapter you're on, you go all the way back. You reset everything, which I don't want to do. I would have been fine with redoing this chapter, but I am seeing now that it's very hard to do a reset even just to that. That's probably why they force you to go all the way back. Oh yeah, our gun is back because we died as well. We don't really care about any of these because we're all using them all for movement, so we'll discard this for movement. So we move 1. We're going to have to just move 1 to make him follow us. We move 1, he moves 1. We end our turn. he comes through and attacks, he moves there. I move there, he moves there. I move there, he moves there, and then he gets a free move at the end. That's one too short to win. If we get by the attacks, which we might not. I think. Oh no, we still have one more turn after this, so as long as we don't die, it's okay. In theory. So the minion is getting a free attack on us. He is doing his special, which is overhead slam for 4 damage, can't be staggered. We will dodge at speed 2 so he doesn't kill us. And then we will discard our basic card. Actually, you know what? Maybe he won't get a free attack because my hunter turn hasn't finished yet. He would get a free attack when I leave his square now. So let's just say that's what it was. I forgot that my turn wasn't over yet. So we're moving 1. And it's when my turn ends, or when my movement ends, they get their free move. So I would move, I would end my turn here. He would get a free attack. He would come in. He would walk to the central lamp. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Special action from the Hunter's Mob. They're also doing their special, which is a rifle shot for 4 damage. So we take 4 damage because we can't dodge it. I'm immediately going to use the blood vial we had and Iosefka's blood vial to heal that damage back. Iosefka's blood vial refreshes if we die, but we don't have the time for that to happen again now. So we're back to full health. Round is over. At the end of the round, the Hunter's Mob minion would get a free attack at us as well, actually. He gets a free move, so he's now standing here as well. Because it said he gets a free 1 special bonus activation moving towards and attacking the nearest hunter with the lowest HP. Oh, he gets a free attack as well then. Excellent. Actually, even if he kills me, I think we can do it on the last turn. Anyway, action for the Hunter's minion. He is hitting us with his overhead slam, so that's 4 damage I can't avoid. Just we take it to the face. And then Cleric Beast. Overhead slam as well. What's with all these overhead slams? 4 damage, so we did indeed die. So the turn timer moves, and it's now 1 away from the end of the game. So thankfully there's a lamp there, so I think we can just respawn there and end our turn, like without doing anything, I mean. Because he gets a free move, comes in here with us. He gets a free move, comes in here with us. He gets a free move, comes in here with us. And whether they kill us or not, we've done the criteria of complete the hunt when the Cleric Beast enters the Tomb of Oedon. Yeah, it doesn't say you have to end a turn, it just has to enter. So we don't have to do this chapter again. We're just saying that he made it. Now that has been done correctly as far as I can tell. The only thing we're fudging is that 1 damage that he lived on over there. Trapping the Beast. Distribute 1 Blood Echo and the Beast Roar reward to the hunters. We've successfully lured the monstrous creature to the Tomb of Oedon far enough from the streets of the city to so any major damage can be avoided. Hopefully the Beast's attention can be kept here for the time being. So we don't get to kill Cleric Beast this chapter. I apologise for fudging it slightly, but you have no idea how frustrating it is to have done everything just to... We would have lost. We definitely would have lost because of 1 damage. That's literally it. And that would be far too frustrating, so we're not doing that. So, we don't get to defeat Cleric Beast this chapter. He's the boss of the Long Hunt, and we'll see more of him in chapter 3. We have 1 Blood Echo, it said. I'm going to say that we don't get that to make up for it. So I'm not going to upgrade my deck at all. But we do get... what was it? Beast Roar. Beast Roar, there it is. On the Hunter turn, move all enemies in your space 2 tiles away. We're just going to put that to one side. That's not some Hunter gear that we're going to use. We sort of kind of did it. That was a little bit frustrating, honestly, with the way the timing worked out for the turns. The map layout didn't help either, but we will be back next time to see the conclusion of the Long Hunt. I think what we'll do is, because chapter 3 is the last chapter of the Long Hunt, next time, if the chapter ends in failure, it ends in failure. That's okay. We can move on to another campaign rather than restart this one fresh. But potentially failing it right in the middle is the most frustrating and annoying point to have that happen. The first chapter, who cares? At the end, you can just say it ended in failure. Hunters died. Game over. But yeah, the middle chapter, a little bit too frustrating. So yeah, we're going to move on to chapter 3 next time, and we'll get to see the Cleric Beast in proper action. Phase 2 is very scary from what I recall. Also, if you're curious how I painted this, I painted it with 2 paints, 1 wash and 1 technical paint. I'll be talking about it in the next Getting Stuff Painted whenever that goes up. I haven't filmed it yet, so look out for that in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time. It's time for now.